What's up, YouTube? We're here with...
Etienne, ATN machine as well.
And what'd you do today?
We got first at YCS Don Lee. We cheated. And we won this amazing air fryer. I'm sure you've seen all the posts about it, so here's mine.
Yeah, the air fryer tournament. Okay, and what'd you play today?
I played Goblin Biker. The deck was really good, but we played it without Fiendsmith cards because you don't need them. Super cheap.
Wait, you don't?
Nope, don't need them.
But I saw on JesseCottonYouTube.com that I need them for my deck.
Better than me, but you could also play it just fine without them. If you have them, you could play them, but I think you don't need them. So,
but he doesn't have an air fryer.
That's a good point.
All right,
Maybe
well,
he does, we don't know.
Let's see what you played.
All right, so to start, Goblin Biker engine. Played 3 Doug Charger. This guy can special summon himself by detaching an Xyz material from the field, so you can also get rid of your opponent's Ryzeal materials. And then when he's summoned, he searches a Goblin Biker spell or trap. You only play the spells, though. We play 2 Goblin Biker Gone Wild. This guy can be normal summoned if you have no monsters or only goblins, without tributing. And if you summon him, you can special a Goblin Biker from your deck. And then when he hits grave, you can attach a a card your opponent controls to this card as material. And then we're going to play 1 Goblin Biker Mean Merciless and 1 Goblin Biker Clattersploder. These are all your monsters. So Mean Merciless on summon can summon from hand, and then in the grave can detach from an Xyz material to summon it out from the grave. And then this guy on summon can revive a Goblin Biker, and on your opponent's main phase, he can quick effect detach from an Xyz anywhere on the board to summon out, and then he gets to special summon again. The other part of the Goblin Biker deck is the spells. So we play 3 Grand Entrance, 3 Grand Breakout, and 1 Grand Bash. These cards are all insane. Grand Entrance is a searcher spell. When you play it, you search any Goblin Biker. But it also has the effect that you can detach a material from any Xyz on the board to special a level 4 or Goblin Biker from your hand. Now you can't summon Gone Wild with this, but you get to summon Mean Merciless, which can summon Gone Wild. So there you go. And then in the grave, you can also banish it to detach a material from anywhere on the field to add back a Goblin Biker from your grave. Your Ryzeal opponents will never have any material. Grand Breakout is a quick play spell that you get to tribute any monster you control to summon a Goblin Biker from your deck. And then in the grave, it could banish to detach any number of materials from a Goblin Biker Xyz and reduce all their attack by 1,000 per. So you could do it on attack declaration, and then, they just swing into your guys and get destroyed. And then we play 1 Grand Bash. Grand Bash lets you extra normal summon a Goblin Biker. It gives you an attack boost with 300 for every Goblin Biker you have, which is pretty good when they're not expecting OTK. And then you can target 2 monsters, 2 goblins, and either make them the same level, so both 3 or both 6, or combine their level, make them both 9, or if you have 2 3s, make them both 6. So this package is super small, but super powerful, and you get such a strong recursive engine by continuously using Gone Wild to summon out the one you need, and then adding them back later. For starters, we play 3 Tour Guide from the Underworld. Our best monster in the extra deck is a 2 material rank 3, so any way we can do that is great. And then Mean Merciless is also a Fiend, so we can summon it off of Tour Guide, and then get it back later. And then we play 3 Speedroid Terratop and 1 Speedroid Tekatomborg. This is this is Tour Guide, but even better because you don't have to normal summon it. This card's just nuts. If you open both of them, you're able to start, special it, and then get out a Gossip Shadow to protect yourself from Nibiru. But yeah, he's really cool.
And if you open Tekatomborg, you play your underroll.
Exactly. Intentionally. You definitely don't want to search that card. All right. Because we can make rank 6s, we also play the Bestials. So we play 1 Magnuma and 3 Druisworm. Druisworm also has added value because you contribute him with the quick play spell after using him on an opponent's turn to really apply a lot of board breaking pressure, right? You get your starter with it, you get to Druisworm send, you get the chain block. It's just really cool. And we're able to Xyz on our opponent's turn, so sometimes we're able to summon a Bestial and then use the Gone Wild and the Bestial to make a rank 6. These cards are just so strong into Fiendsmith right now. I think they're definitely worth playing. For hand traps, we have a lot of them, so we play 3 Ash, 3 Mulcharmy Fawaros, 3 Infinite Impermanence, 2 Nibiru, 1 Ogre, 1 Veiler, and then 3 Crossout. It's not really a hand trap, but it's related. So these cards are all great. I think these 9 are super mandatory. They're just super flexible into every matchup. Valor is starting to pop up, and it's a card I don't like hitting my Goblin Biker Big Gabonga, so I want to have it there for crossout. Same thing with Ogre. Importantly, these are both light hand traps as well, so you get some extra value off your Bestials. And then Nibiru is just very strong. Might play 3 depending on the format. And then the very last card of the deck, the card we don't want to see next to Terratop, is Full Armored XYZ. This card is searchable off the Xyz Armor package, and it lets you perform an Xyz summon on your opponent's turn. And then in the grave, you could banish it to attach one of the XYZs on the field or in the grave to one of your monsters, giving it a large attack boost and some extra benefits based on which one. Looking to the extra deck, 2 of the best monster in the extra deck. Goblin Biker Big Gabonga. Takes 2 level 3s. When he's summoned, you search any Goblin Biker, which is great. You get to search Doug or Extender or whatever. And then when a material is detached from a XYZ on the field, you get to target a monster your opponent controls and attach it to it underneath. This deck gets to suck up a lot of your opponent's cards very often, so it's pretty nice. And then the last effect is it gets to attach a Goblin Biker from your deck in the end phase, either end phase. So you get to attach Gone Wild and then have it there to get 2 suck-ups of your opponent's cards while you're comboing. We play the XYZ Armor package, 1 Torpedo, 1 Fortress, and 1 Dark Knight Lancer. This card gets you a draw, this card gets you the trap that we saw earlier, and this card is a pretty big body, and whenever he becomes equipped with a card, he gets to non-target attach an opponent's monster. So over the course of Gabonga, Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer, and Goblin Biker Gone Wild, you get 3 attaches from your opponent's cards. That's like all their engravers. You get to keep all of them. Just make sure you give them back at the end of the game. For rank 3s, we play 1 Ashura King. He takes 3 level 3 monsters, but he is a once per turn monster negate and destroy, and he can attack a number of times on his materials. He's very strong. 1 Cicada King and 1 Gossip Shadow. These are pretty similar. Gossip Shadow can change a monster effect to both players draw a card, so this is helpful for beating Nibiru. And Cicada King can, when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, negate it and then change its battle position. So these are cards that you get to make off of the trap when you Clatter Exploder from your opponent. They're very strong. We also play 1 Battlecruiser Dianthus. This card is for time. It also takes 3 level 3s, and you can detach a material and burn your opponent for 200 for each card in their hand. Never came up. The deck plays pretty fast, but if you're ever in time, there you go.
Konami, get him.
And then we play 1 Lars and 1 Crazy Beast as our rank 6s. We're able to access them both from Bestial plus Gone Wild, or Grand Bash changing the level of 2 level 3s into 6. This card is actually crazy. Quick effect you get to detach to and suck up an opponent's spell or trap. And then in the grave, you could just summon it once per duel and then attach a guy to it. Just very strong. It also has Dingirsu protection, but non-once per turn, so you can protect even more. Utility Xyz, we play 1 Typhon. Typhon's really good. Just great this format. 1 Zeus. You get the 2 rivals there. These cards are pretty solid, good in the format. And then finally the 2 Links, 1 IP and 1 SP. With certain hands, if we have enough extenders, we can end on IP. And then they're really just good at breaking boards too. But yeah, so that's it for the extra deck. Going over the side deck real quick. We play 3 Artifact Lancia in case we run into any Malice opponents. We don't want them to play the game. We play 3 Triple Tactics Thrust. This card is obscene right now. It gets you everything under the sun and just wrecks almost all the boards. We play 1 Talent for the Thrust. Really strong target, really good going first and second. We'll probably play more. Play 3 Eclipse for Ryziel decks. Interestingly enough, when you eclipse a Ryziel board, you're still able to detach the material with all your Goblin Bikers. So you stop their board and they give you free material. Yippee. We play 2 Lightning Storm and a Duster. This deck cannot play into back row very well because all of your sucking just usually sucks up monsters. Gone Wild gets to target any card, but that one is a little more specific. So we play these into back row matchups. And then our last 2 cards on the side deck are thrust targets. So we play 1 Sanctum. Sanctum can summon Lancia against Malice. And then 1 D-Barrier. D-Barrier is just pretty generically good right now. Insane into Ryziel, good into Voiceless, etc., etc. So that's it for the side. There we go. Thank you for watching.